Hey everyone, welcome back for another video. Boozer here. Thanks for stopping by. Today's video, we're going to be focusing on a champion that's going to be much more relevant now after the recent announcement of the Titan event. I'm talking about Tormin the Cold. He's a defense-based Void legendary for the Dwarf faction. So if you guys haven't heard, there's going to be a Titan event for Tormin the Cold, and he's going to be the main prize. Tormin is actually a very old legendary. He was one of the first Christmas fusions, I believe the second Christmas fusion. When he came into the game, he was actually kind of written off by some of the early reviews, but he ended up shaping the arena meta seriously and was nerfed at least one time, I believe maybe even two times. I am not 100% sure. That was maybe before my time. I believe his chance to freeze was reduced. But yeah, so Tormin the Cold, he's not so relevant anymore in Arena because of Stone Skin and because of Sheep. However, he's still an incredibly strong champion, depending where you are in the game. And even in endgame viability in Arena, he is still quite useful as a trump card in live Arena. So I'm going to try to explain his kit and how it works for you guys. So his A1 is attack all enemy. That's great. 15%, 25% when fully booked, chance to freeze. It's a very solid skill. The AoE freeze is super annoying, especially for controlling waves. He's great against PvE waves, also very good against arena teams. His A2, it's a single target strip. He's going to double hit. He's stealing the buffs. He ignores defense if it's under freeze or HP burn. So when they're under freeze, they take less damage from you. So having him ignore defense, it's like, it's kind of like giving them damage reduction and then ignoring some of the defense. So he's, he hits okay, but the big thing with this move is that he can remove the buffs. Of course, accuracy check, right? His A3 is an AoE, chance to provoke. It's an 80% chance to provoke. It's a attack all enemies, and then it places block buffs and heal reduction if they're under freeze already. So if they're already frozen, this move really cripples them further by placing block buffs and heal reduction. And then it also has a provoke. This additional HP burn synergy, which is kind of cool, although very rarely utilized, is actually pretty cool. But yeah, it decreases the cooldown one random skill of each ally by one turn for every enemy attacked under both freeze and HP burn. Doesn't happen very often, but it's pretty cool and good. His passive is what makes him excellent. Basically, his passive effect is it has 20% chance, 30% chance when fully booked to freeze an enemy each time they buff or have turn meter filled. So this can only happen once, so it can only be like 30% one time and then another time. But it's awesome, especially against somebody like Arbiter, for example, which turn meter and buffs your team. So there's a 30% and 30% chance to freeze anyone that receives the turn meter or the buff. Obviously, as a passive effect, it's very good. You don't need to take a turn. His active effect, when he dies, he returns with 100% HP, but is frozen. So that gives him a second life, which is awesome. It's on a long cooldown, 6-turn cooldown, but he's probably only going to be able to use it once anyways. Defense in all battles, very solid. Good defense, really slow speed, good accuracy, good resistance with some accuracy. So there's a couple ways to play him currently, and I'll try to explain to you guys how I'm using him. So he is here on my account. I pulled one, and then I got him from the Champion Chase event. So there was a Champion Chase event where he was the main prize as well. I won him in that one on this account, and then I pulled him as well. So I pulled a dupe. I didn't build two of them, so I only built one. And the one I chose was a CC Torment. So definitely you can build a damage Torment with just Savage, with lower accuracy, lower speed, just pure damage. But I like him as a CC champion. His kit works really well with this mastery, Fearsome Presence. So Fearsome Presence increases your chance by 5% to freeze, provoke, sheep, and stun. So he has quad dipping on his fearsome presence. So he works really well with his kit. So he has chance to freeze. I put him in a stun set, so all of that gets boosted by 5% by Fearsome Presence, which is really good. I think he works really well as just a pure support champion. He's kind of like Uko in a sense, without the revive and without the strip. However, he has obviously other uses than Uko, and obviously maybe more specialized deployment, so you would choose him versus more specialized teams, whereas Uko is more like generalist and generally better, I would say, maybe. But Tormin definitely shines in some areas as well. So total stats here, I made him pretty fast, pretty tanky. He's in a stun set with good accuracy. You don't necessarily need him with insane resistance, although he will get himself sheeped once in a while. However, I do have him with sheep himself, and if he falls under a debuff, somebody else's debuff, he will have sheep chance plus fearsome presence boost. So he has some protection against other debuffs, but he will be sheeped once in a while. So fully booked, and here are the masteries again. So arena, you want 8% less hit damage taken on a critical hit, extra healing if you have a healer, remove random debuff. Shadow heal is very good just to have some sustainability, reduce damage, and then the counterattacks are really nice because his AoE counterattack has chance to freeze, so that's very solid. Again, fearsome presence, very good. And then down for some more accuracy. You don't really need master hexer or any of this stuff, so you could probably save yourself 200 scrolls. Even Laura Steel is not very useful here, just for a little bit more stats. But yeah, so this is my Torment. I use him purely for support against Arbor teams. If you have revenge accessories, definitely use that for counter attacking. His A1 is very good AoE, and then obviously stun and freeze, so very solid. Let's take him into the arena and see what he can do. Alright, so let's try this team out for fun. We're gonna let these teams go first, let Tormin do his thing. So we'll let him go first. He boosts, Tormin freezes, and let's see, Wukong here with the big smash. Okay. Alright, you see how the freeze is freezing him? Really annoying actually, this freeze from Tormin. So okay, let's keep going. Alright, so we're all done here. Let's find another team. But you just got a buff and then just froze himself. Tormin needs accuracy for the freeze, so make sure you guys keep that in mind when you guys are building your Tormin. That's why I think like a CC Tormin makes more sense. You want to take advantage of the freeze. But I know people are going to be not about him because of his ability to sheep himself. We don't want to deal with Mithril Cleanse. However, he doesn't have block debuffs, so this one might work out well as well. So let's try this one. Okay. I know I can ally attack and kill stuff. Oh, look at that. Triple freeze here, guys. So he just lost 3 turns on, he just got 3 of his champions frozen. Just massive like disruption to his team. He can win a fight by himself basically, right? Without even taking a turn. Let's find another team. Of course he doesn't work super well against cleansers. For example, like a team like this, Marichka team, it might work. Let's try this team. So we're gonna let him go first. So she buffed up and froze herself. Let's just give him a turn, shall we? There's a A2 buff steal. Yep, so we stole their stuff. Oh, see that? Mithril placed the buff and then froze Rhonda. Like that's so much disruption. Now they lost their turn. Now she took a buff. At the start of her turn, she gains a little shield. When she gained the shield, she froze herself. Just massive disruption, right? And here comes the A1. The A1 has a chance to freeze as well. And then we set up for a massive nuke. also stunned. So Mithrala, even though she has a high resistance check, did not check the stun. So very, very strong. This one, let's try this one. She got boosting and turn meter boosting from multiple champions. Wow, so everyone gets frozen, they all lose their turns. Just gonna let them have more turns. Here's Tormin, basically just taking over here. Tormin's just taking over. She just sheeped herself. Arbiter doing the buff and then getting the sheep frozen. Yeah, it's a huge mess right now. So yeah, we can win this fight any moment. So let's quickly end this fight. A2. And yeah, Tormin works really well with the ally attack, of course, with the A1 coming out. Alright, let's move on. See if we can find somebody else, maybe a little bit more difficult. But I just want to showcase how he works against teams like this with multiple speed boosters. So like we could try something else, like a pure go second team. So we can go Tormin. I guess, yeah, Wukong into Lydia is fine. Let's play Joffrey. Joffrey is very strong. Yeah, we'll play Joffrey. Gonna go second. And I guess we play one Reviver. Alright. Okay, let's see what happens. Let's see how many gets frozen. So 2 get frozen and then 2 get frozen. And then at this point, we just control their team. And yeah, it's going to be GG from here. So you see how that worked? It's just easy peasy. The whole team got frozen from the 2 boosters. And then that was it. We just set up our own damage coming in. And that was it. GG. All right. So I want to show you guys another team. And then we'll maybe get to showcase a team that we don't see very often. Alright, so let's have a look at how his HP burn and freeze interacts with his kit. It's just something you don't see very often, but it's actually really cool to see. So we're gonna be going first. My Tormin is faster than his Arbiter. So let's place the AoE HP burn, so everyone has burns now. Let's place block line. So every time the champion takes an HP burn, Tormin will use his A1. I think that's pretty cool. Our Tormin doesn't deal any damage, so oh, you see Tormin just sneaking up on some turns there. Every time they take damage from the HP burns, they're gonna be getting some A1s in their face. That's pretty cool, huh? A1. Look at him go. And then with the stun set, it's just popping off here. More freezing, burning, freezing, burning. Tormin deals no damage. He has no, like, basically no damage. Alright. There you go. I have no damage dealer, basically. Like, Tila is my damage dealer, I guess. Alright, let's try another team here. How about we try against this Tormin team himself? We have a cleanser, so the cleanser can deal against Tormin. Lydia is actually pretty strong against Tormin because she blocks the revive on him. So keep that in mind when you guys are taking him in against Lydia. But we have a cleanser against Tormin, and that's really, really good. So let's try this one. Again, this is kind of more to showcase the HP burn. interaction. So she got sheeped. Let's try to strip this Tormin here. Oh, we didn't. Oh, I sheeped myself. Big sheep fest. Alright, so the HP burns are applied. Yeah, you can see it's just a ginormous mess here. Oh, and finally we get sheep. So that's one of the drawbacks of having the Tormin against sheep. Obviously, he will sheep himself once in a while. Oh, the brimstone killed Trunda. That's pretty funny. Alright, so we got our guys back. I would like sheep myself. That was intentional, so I get more health back. Alright. That should be it. GG. Yep, no damage dealer. It's doing alright. It's getting multiple hits. Yeah, Tormin's just he's a really good support champion. He can pop off. Things to look out for are definitely like 6-star sheep blessings or high sheep blessings. You definitely, you know, obviously any kind of block revive like Lydia can make him not as good. Also, unless you build him with like really high accuracy, he won't be able to, you know, obviously freeze or sheep. I mean, sorry, he won't be able to freeze like any insanely strong support champion. Let's try this team. So just things to keep in mind for Tormin. He's kind of here just to disrupt Arbiter and obviously like Lysandra or like Suzanne or those type of champions. Champions with the boosters. Yeah, so you can see how this team just kind of really disrupts their team and it just controls them. Yeah, this is why Tormin is very feared against this typical speed team. Alright, let's see. Let's try this last team then. This will be our last team. Marichka, we can play Lydia ourselves. Let's play Lydia ourselves. I think Tila was hitting too hard. Let's play Lydia ourselves. So we can stop this Marichka nonsense. We'll go resistance. Oh, I see. The passive from the it's funny. Okay, I mean this is a much tougher team, but we can definitely beat it with basically no damage dealer. Just gonna take us a little bit longer. See the stun here landing on Mithrala. Very, very nice. Make sure she got burned. No burns. Oh, the burn triggered the Tormin A1. Yeah, nice. Stealing the buff, doing some damage. She got burned. Killed her off. Nice. See her buffs? Without block debuff, it causes the freeze to come out to land, right? So really need to bring block debuffs against Tormin. Something like Sifi opener is actually very strong against Tormin, but not everyone has Sifi. Alright, and without Arbiter they can't bring back the Marichka, so this is game over. And then against Mithrala, she should be able to check her accuracy pretty easily, but we do have a stun set, so it will land occasionally. There she goes, getting stunned. So occasionally she will get stunned. So this is kind of why I recommend definitely building a stun set and building him for pure support. You could go with a hybrid build, although I feel like his multipliers aren't insane enough that you can get away with like less than stellar damage gear. So I probably wouldn't build him in hybrid. It's either full damage or full support, similar to like Wukong. So for me, I went with full support with the stun set with accuracy and then high EHP. If you go for full damage, you can definitely go for full damage. But yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed the showcase here. Just a champion that I had for a little while on this account. Definitely helped me out in arena. He's very, very useful, especially for offense. For defense, he can be a little bit annoying, but like I said, for offense is where he really shines against like speed teams. And yeah, generally like weaker teams that would like to go first. But yeah, in the meta nowadays, he is a little bit outdated and less effective. However, in live arena, you can just slot him in as a last support champion. If you notice the team has no block debuffs or just has no way to deal with pure CC champion or have minimal sheep blessings, for example. But yeah, hopefully you guys saw how useful he is. Let me know how you guys are playing on handling the Titan event and how you guys are planning on playing your Tormin, if you guys are going for him and if you guys are building him out. Let me know. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.